the former Paralympic athlete Oscar Pistorius is back in court to be sentenced for the murder of his girlfriend Riva Steenkamp. His conviction for culpable homicide and 5-year prison sentence was overturned by South Africa's Supreme Court in December. Then the appeal judges instead found him guilty of murder. Well, for more on this, we can speak to Ulrich Roux, an attorney from Johannesburg. Mr. Roux, good to speak to you today. So what can we expect out of today's hearing?
Hi, good afternoon. Well, today we've heard thus far a psychologist testifying and saying that he has evaluated Oscar Pistorius and obviously testifying towards his emotional and psychological well-being. We heard the psychologist saying that it would be impossible for Oscar Pistorius to testify himself, as he would not be able to withstand cross-examination as a result of his current mental state of being. He's also said that it would not be in the interest of Oscar Pistorius should he be sent back to imprisonment, and that it would have a detrimental effect on his psychological well-being. We can expect this testimony being led on behalf of Pistorius by his defense team in an attempt to convince the court to deviate from the minimum prison sentence, which is of course 15 years for murder.
And you say not in the interests of Mr. Pistorius, but what about the interests of Riva Steenkamp and her family?
No, definitely, and that is the balancing act that the court will have to get right. What is the interest of the accused person? What would serve in the interest of justice? To further punish him by sending him back to imprisonment, or to keep him under house arrest for the remainder of his original sentence? And that obviously must be balanced with the interests of society, with the interests of Riva Steenkamp's family. And we must remember that an innocent person lost her life for no reason whatsoever, and the court must ensure that it sends out a proper message to society in order for it to act as a deterring factor and to make people think twice before they act in the way in which Oscar Pistorius did act.
And Mr. Roux, how is this being viewed, this latest act in the drama that is the trial of Oscar Pistorius, being viewed in South Africa at the moment? What are people saying to you? What's the feeling among the public there?
Well, I think from the outset, people have been divided. There's either been people who have been pro-Oscar Pistorius, saying that he had no direct intent to kill her, that he thought that she was an intruder, and that, he never wanted to kill his girlfriend. Then there's, of course, the other side of the coin where people are saying that he knew exactly what he was doing. If the court found that he did not act with indirect intent, at least he should have foreseen that his actions could lead to the death of another person, and he still acted accordingly. And I think it's absolutely captured the South African society. This trial has been running since March 2014, and he was of course convicted of culpable homicide initially. He served a year in prison. He was then placed under house arrest, and then the state appealed that conviction of culpable homicide, and it was of course overturned by the Supreme Court of Appeal to one of murder. And remember that he was convicted of murder dolus eventualis, which in our law states that he had indirect intent to kill another person, and he's now being sentenced according to that. So I think people are absolutely captured by this trial, and the interesting thing is that they haven't really changed from the team that they originally were in. If people supported him from the outset, they still support him from the outset, and those people who were against him from the outset still feel that he should receive the maximum penalty possible, and that he should pay for what he's done.
Okay, we'll have to leave it there. Ulrich Roux there, a lawyer from Johannesburg. Thanks for joining us.